Welcome everybody, pt.19, and we're back with Avowed. And yes, I did go over here. I went over around to that place where we could see everything, and I climbed all the way up here. And then I had to fall, and then like there was nothing to fall onto, so I said, and then all he goes, ah, wow, and then I got most of my health taken away. But we got here, and wonder what's in here. Nothing. Anyways, I fell over there before, and then I had to reload the save because I couldn't get back after I was over there. But, you know. I have a bad feeling if I take these. Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna take any of those. Those are people's, like, you know, wishes and dreams and stuff, or whatever. It's like in doing and wishing well, man. You take all that money unless you absolutely need it, you know? Let's talk to this dude real quick.
I hope she gave you some good news.
Not really. I'm cursed with that voice that's a strangle root on me. It's a thorn.
If I lived before, what will it mean to live again? Or maybe I shouldn't have come. Well, there is such a thing as knowing too much about yourself. Please, leave me to my thoughts.
I'll leave you alone. Alright, well that wasn't worth it to go all the way over there and lose most of my life, but we're gonna go to camp anyway, before we go see the ambassador. We were over there, we saw that, but I wanted to see what this is. Let's save before we do this. Alright. I don't know what's gonna become of us here, but if we die, then we could just reload.
Yeah.
Okay. that was different. Into the beyond. So if you go down there, you're going to die. We're loading our shit again anyway. Cause I don't want to have that death on record. Cause I am that way. So why did they put this here if you can't, you know? So is there just nothing down there? Yep, don't go down there. Don't go down there, boy. It's not good. So you can say we technically died, but I wouldn't say technically, because that was just for science. Instead of going all the way around, we could just jump it. Unless there's something over here. Nope. There's the bears over there, boy. Since we got nothing to do over here anymore, since we did everything, we could go off into these areas to see what they have, but let's go to camp. We have to go to a camp that we can get into Paradise. We have to talk to an ambassador, so this one would probably be better. We have to talk to Kai and shit too, because he wants to know what's going down. We could go off and do that, but I've been doing that to you guys too many episodes. Just like, and we might be able to have enough to upgrade some stuff. And a timely end. Shoot, we should sell all this stuff. I'm thinking. But we have to craft stuff. We need these. And we don't need to craft Audra because we haven't done that yet. So we got enough stuff to, like, really make things good. 104, and so that's plus 12. We can make Annex Still's great Grimoire cost less. We can upgrade the Dawn of Winter, which it doesn't do anything. It's 63. The Steel Grow Plate can get another plus 4 added to it. And then we can make it an exceptional quality if we want. That side of it is 64, and this will be 63. And this is upgraded hella bad, and this is not. But this one has my hits deal, parries deal high stun, which I really love. So I could do this. Oh yeah, do I have to have Dodger? No. But this only does plus. This does plus 8. This does plus 9. Plus 16 and nothing else. It has critical hit strike. Plus 7 for this if I want. I'm not going to do that. I need to throw this into my thing and just never look at it again. We could do the Arquebus plus 20 now. And the Arquebus Gambison. I'm gonna keep all uniques and then use it and then break them down if I really need the Audra. We can do this, which is pretty nice. I should not let you do this, but power attacks deal high frost accumulation to nearby enemies. Because this was nearby enemies. This one makes it high frost now. A successful parry deals high frost accumulation to attacking enemy. That doesn't even make sense because then you could just hit them with the power attack and deal high frost. But if you do this, you deal high frost accumulation. We do have enough stuff to do it, though. What does this do? Killing an enemy gives you 30% more movement speed, or a successful parry restores 20% of your maximum health. Wow. So if I do with just that thing, then, you know, I'm not going to use this, but... And this is a full combo attack, deals moderate fire damage accumulation. So if I do a combo attack full... A successful parry deals high fire accumulation to attack an enemy. That means that you can only use this one-handed, I think, right? So, yeah. If I use this... Well, no, I can't. I don't know. The Drawn in Winter, I really want to try to do. So if I do successful parries this, it does frost accumulation anyway. But if I do a power attack, which I usually do a lot of, I could do a high frost accumulation to nearby enemies. I'll see what I want from that. But while I'm thinking about that, we need to talk to Kai anyway.
Listen, this is something I never thought I'd have to ask, but can we talk about you coming back from the dead?
I stared down death on the battlefield before. This was different. You were there? What did you see? We can talk, but I don't fully understand what happened either. I stared down death on the battlefield before. This was different.
I'll say. By the time I got you to Liviana's, I don't think you had a pulse. You certainly weren't breathing.
You must have spent 20 minutes as a corpse on one of her cots before you just came back.
What did you see while you were gone? What do you remember?
From the beginning, I left my body. My soul was pulled towards Audra. My soul traveled through the beyond, a part of it anyway. I feel I encountered someone in the beyond. Yeah, I did encounter someone from beyond.
Wait. Someone? Who was it? Or what was it?
Even the old watcher couldn't say. It's the same voice I heard in the Audra and the Strangleroot. Yeah, I'll do that one.
Well, that's good. Imagine how much worse this would be if you had two cryptic entities clamoring for your attention. So, someone is reaching out to you from the beyond. They saved you from death, and now they want you to free them from wherever they are. Do you trust them?
I think so. They don't seem malicious. They seem as confused as I feel. I don't know. I need to understand more about them first. I'm suspicious. If they are imprisoned in the beyond, I will have to wonder why. Do I trust the mysterious foes that I can't speak about? I'm suspicious. If they're imprisoned in the beyond, I have to wonder why.
Even if you wanted to leave them there, I get the feeling they're not going to leave you alone. Well, even in the land of the strange, you have had the strangest experience I've ever heard of, and you haven't even left Dawnshore. That's quite a feat.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Me neither. So, this whole time you were in the beyond, and then you were just sent back.
There's something you want to ask, just ask.
Do you think there's a way to bring people back from the dead?
I don't really understand what happened to me, but I don't think so, yeah.
Yeah, probably not. Still, thanks for humoring me. By the way, now that we've gotten to know each other, let me know if you want to train together. I've been watching your form, and I think we could learn from one another.
You mentioned training together?
Yeah, I've watched your form as I've gotten to know you, and it's excellent. You're smaller than I am, but I picked up a few tricks from seeing the way you move on the battlefield.
Oh, really?
I'm happy to return the favor if there's anything I can teach you.
You can withstand a lot of damage. I want to know how you stay on your feet. You put a lot of power into your attacks. I want to learn how to hit harder with mine. Teach me a little bit of everything. I'm a fast learner. I want the power.
It's all about using your weight. Here, I'll show you. That's it. You got the hang of it?
That'll be
I
a
look
little,
forward
like,
to seeing what you
training
can do when we
montage.
get back out there tomorrow. In the meantime, get some rest.
You only get to... Oh, shit! Oh, that's... You get to... Oh, okay. I didn't know that was going to put +2 into my mic. That's crazy. So I got +7 now on there. So if you picked a little bit of everything, you get multiple stats probably. And then withstanding damage is probably your maximum health, your constitution, I think, and stamina maybe. Anyways, I picked the power attack, so I got more might. So I got 7, 7, 7, 7, which is pretty cool. Well, at least you guys know what that means. It didn't give me much to, like, go on. What I want to do is to just, you know, I'm going to do it. So it's just, so we have 2 things that I want to try out. Thing is, that shit's gone forever. There's only 2 and 8 chunks, so I want to use this to see how it is. Should we do more garrote plate? Because I think that it's just a great piece of armor, and I want to make it like the best. I want to do that, but I do want to do this. It's probably not good for me to do this, but 104, we keep using it, so. Awakened Audra? Really? Oh. Okay. Well then, you need Awakened Audra. A vibrant hued piece of Audra, humming with energy. This powerful component is usually harvested from powerful Adrigan or animants crafted from Audra. Okay. Well then, we know what that does now. We might as well make our unflinching duty pretty good, because we're gonna have it for a bit. 56 is fine. I think that'll be fine. We don't have enough hardwood branches anyway. Should we do our last light of day to 72? Because we're not gonna use these. I already told myself no. We're gonna keep our fine dagger. I don't know why. Well, you know what? We're gonna put our fine dagger in storage. We could sell it. You know. We're not selling our arquebus. And this light armor, maximum essence and area effect damage is pretty cool. If I use light armor, I could do that. Or I could, get I could get a full Audra off of this thing. And they said you should do that. Palm and dagger needs to be thrown away. I'll keep these in my thing. If I need Audra, I could just do it. And I probably will. I would like this to be 5% less ability cost, since I'm using my essence a lot. But is it worth it for this? Almost 50% less ability cost would be nice. Since we're using it anyway, we're gonna do it. I made my decision. We don't have enough for that. You know, we're doing a steel grille plate. I don't care. It's just +4 again. Because this is so good when taking damage greater than 20% of your max health, your attackers receive that, and it gives me Constitution. We could still do one of these, and this one's already done. I really want this to be good because of the parry. Well, you know what? We'll do that next time. Because that's 72, and that's 72. This one is just getting better by the day, though. It has 6% critical hit, and that doesn't. But this one's has 15 to 11. It has 40 to. This has 56 stun though, and more damage, more stamina cost though, but more critical hit chance too. But it's just frost damage. It doesn't do anything else unless like I want it to do more frost accumulation if I parry, or if I do power like attacks. I think that's what it is. Yeah, but high. So if I do, this is moderate, but high frost accumulation to power attacks. And if I do a parry, it deals high frost accumulation to attacking enemy. I can do that if I want. I like everything on here except for Grimoire Snap. That's actually pretty good if I want to like use it against if I shoot something and then I do the snap. $18 minutes of like barely nothing. Alright. Oops. Well, I gotta bring everything back and sell it, so I'm gonna have to put stuff in my thing, so we're gonna put we're gonna take everything out. Ah. We're gonna take all. I can't run, but I can jog there, so let's just do that. I don't want to put stuff back into my inventory.
It's nice to take a break from the city. Can't imagine I'd want to close my eyes there if I were you. Good thing you're asking. What do you want to know?
Okay.
Night, envoy.
Exit here. Also, I made a mod where it's not so taxing for you to be unconfident. Oh.
Strangled suffering. We knew this creature.
You can speak to me in my dreams too?
The Audra hums beneath the moon. The bear, the rot in the heart. Did its beauty sing to you?
The bear I put down? I suppose its death had to be kind of beauty.
Then grow again. What gleams cannot be a monster? We wish you had not killed it.
It was me or the bear. I chose me. The bear was sick. There was nothing I could do.
Cull the sickness. Clear the rot. Kill one to save the other. Still, violets and the stars, we wish for both.
Alright, what would you have done?
Earth into rebirth, growth into life again, beauty without end. Must all we love turn to ash? Can we not save it?
Sometimes the only mercy you can offer is death. If we love becomes a monster, we have to kill it. Yeah.
Even if... No, we should not question this. Mercy like a knife. It hunts all of us. God, mortal, beauty. Sleep now. We ponder.
That was weird. that was so weird. Well, we're just gonna go to the Clavenger landings so we can sell our crap. Well, you can tell me if you would like me to if you would like this third-person camera or the other-person camera. I don't think anybody watches this, but the next episode I'll go to that, and I'll take off this reshader, and then I'll put on another shader. This one's called something eye adaptation. Actually, maybe you can see it like I see it right here. The critical Avowed eye adaptation mod. Look for it on Nexus Mods if you want to.
Welcome back, my friend.
How can I help you? Welcome back, my great friend. How are you doing today? I'd be like, shut up. He's like, oh damn. 270 bucks, 134 bucks, and 90 bucks. My girl plays 1150 now. 28 damage reduction. The Karok's Pride is now 828. Unflinching Duty's 990 now, because it's 56. Last Light of Day is 792. The Dawn of Winter is almost the same thing, but this is 64, 63, 15, and 56 to 40 stun. More stun, less physical damage. It has the same damage, but more critical hit chance. This has the better Blinding Daybreak for the stun for it. And then I did the cooldown because we're using this. And it's unique. And with that kind of shit, I can keep using the Grimoire Snap or the Missile Salvo. It's only level 1 for all of them, but that's fine. The Arcanist Gambison is 1,000. Wow. Just by itself, by its lonesome. That's because you get more essence and more area effect damage. It doesn't have that bad of damage reduction, or this would be great for anybody that's a Arcanists, okay? Arcanists. 864 and 96. This has a lot of stun and critical hit chance. I don't like that killing an enemy gives you move speed. Full combo deal. I don't like that full combo either, because if you do a full combo with it, you can only use the dagger, and that's it. It still does have a good physical damage and decent stun, but... The Wind and Wave I'm not letting go, because I like the look of it. Why are we going through there? I'm not... The Fine Dagger would be 600 bucks for us. Ugh. Common Arquebus, Common Bow, Common Great Hammer, 108. Common Great Sword. We have 2 of these books, so we don't need 2 of these books. Alright, that gave us 3,095. We sold that, whatever, we can get ourselves... We could get ourselves something else. Like, something else, I'm still over encumbered. Oh yeah. I forgot to do this. The fine breastplate is not going anywhere. I mean, I could. It's only a tanned hide, but I can sell it for 600, which I should, because I'm not planning to use it, even though it gives me 15, 20. And if I was gonna go down, I might as well go down to that. This would be good because it gives me maximum stamina essence, but I got a lot of that. I like the way it looks though, but it's heavy. It's 18, yeah. I'm gonna sell it just because we don't need it. And we don't need this Brigadier armor, or common plate mail, or common mail harbuk. These don't have weight, so I'm just gonna keep them all. Keep all these, except for if I have more than one of anything, then I'll sell it. I'm gonna keep all my rings, unless I'm really hurting for money. Look at that, 29 and 27. That's crazy.
The living lands are...
Yeah, this is the same, but it looks different. We'll get 5, because we were like, you know, going through lockpicks.
Tell me.
It was you who found the amulet, yes? Oh. I did, yes, on the body of a convicted smuggler. Does it matter who found it? Volter was telling the truth. I think you could admit it now. Volter never threw the amulet away.
I suppose not. It means he was careless, not heartless. I can accept that. Now I have some apologies to make. I can't say I'm thrilled about that. But maybe things can get better between us. With time. And abundant beverages.
Haha. Okay, cool. Oh, I should have cooked some stuff.
Protect that pretty face. Armor and shields for sale, envoy.
Okay. Did I say that I was going to, change the filter in this episode? I think I was going to. My inventory. Need to get this and put it into my stash. Streamings. We don't need the fine dagger. Or the wind and wave now. These just are not as on the level as the other ones. They're all level 1s anyway. They can't be more. They can do these spells, but they're all level 1 spells. Because they're commons. We're just gonna keep this just for the jolting touch so I can, you know, get stuff. And it has everything, so. Yep. Greater elements. I mean, I could do something with that. We don't need the wand anymore, to be honest. I still want a wand just in case. We have 37 Margaret's Fury. Oh my gosh, goodness. I should be putting that instead of grenades. Crazy. Can I equip that? Yes, I can. We're gonna equip those. Does it put on? And you like my shiny mittens? My mittens are shiny. I know it doesn't go with my shit, but neither does the shield, so I like my shiny mittens. My mittens of greatness. Okay, what else do we have to do? We have to go to, see the ambassador, so we'll do that in this episode. Before I, because this would be a shorter episode. I'm gonna go and do shit off camera, because I know it's boring if I don't do shit during an episode. I just don't want you to miss anything.
Rest easy, friends, as there seems to be no danger to paradise.
wonder if the mermaid den is open.
First time in my life I ever really felt part of something. And now it's gone. I'm going to miss Yeda's campfire stories. Do you think the ambassador will really give us leave to go home? I wonder what the girls at the den are like. I hope they're nice. Thanks again, Envoy. Envoy?
I don't know what I would have done if he'd...
I hope you take us up on those drinks in High Crown, Envoy. Oh, you could meet our mum.
That'd be something. I would love to meet your mom.
Disappear.
I wonder what they
Envoy?
Okay. That's funny.
You died. But you're here. Gods, am I glad to see you.
Hello, my little blue Yoda. Garrick, what's up, bud?
None of the clerks believe my story. You've got some god looking out for you. I'll keep trying. But there's not much to be done for Fort Northreach. Still can't believe you're alive. None of the clerks believe my story.
The Cartographer's Guild, Volume 1. I'll go slow on this so you can read it. I should read it anyway. Okay. At Deary Customs. The Feet of Feasts. Very specific dishes. It's like a food market, like a food festival. A sweet treat, a special custom. Occupied so that parents could dine in peace. Treats placed in a container. So it's a treasure hunt. For treats. For kids. Carnival of the Mask. The Winter's End. It's like a ball. It's like a ball. Alright. Contrary letter. Master Hilgard, I've maintained order in Paradise for many years. I know this city. When there is good leader, fair policy, there is peace. But you have allowed the steel growth to terrorize my people, to sow distrust and fear. I suggest you tighten your Inquisitor's leash, or the embassy might not carry your banners for long. Clavenger Emmons. Okay, well, I mean, the Deer Empire Part 1 Origin. People of the Deer. The people of the Deer called the Deer Kingdom. They are Coin, first king. It's Adherents became known as fair and shrewd businessmen. Nakim Colclin. The undead, huh? I'm just reading it fast. You can read it if you want. I'm not gonna read everything. Deer and Empire Part 2. I might give you summaries of what I read. Not much. If it's, like, worth it. You can read it if you want. Alright. I was just saying how, like, you know, this dude was stealing artifacts from the things and then selling them to the Darians, and then they had a lot of artifacts to sell and blah blah blah. Nothing crazy. Tyne's diary. Here I am in the living lands. This island might not be the safest vacation spot, but it clearly is the most colorful. Also the most flavorful, according to these mushrooms, and the mushrooms seldom lie. Before I forget, I promised Bekarna I'd bring back a souvenir. There's rumor of Fallen Star and Emerald Stare. Could be nice addition to our collection. Meshel scribbled on this inside cover. If found, please return to hand the Archmage, author of the Titan's Chaotic Orb. Steel Garota Report. We found this book on the public bench. After careful study, our scribe confirmed the handwriting matches the signature found on the scrolls of Tan's chaotic orb. Be advised that Tan is in the living lands. As a member of the Circle of the Archmagi, he is licensed to go where he pleases. We will observe him at a distance, but no one is to engage him. Tan is either a harmless fool or one of the most dangerous people alive. We simply can't take that chance. Okay, so they know where he is. Tiki?
Envoy, hello. I'm glad to see you on your feet. Kai.
Tej.
I'm surprised they let you in here.
I'm surprised you're still gainfully employed.
You two know each other?
I wouldn't say that. He's just curious company for you to keep.
Our tie-ins are hardly uncommon in Paradise, or so I'm given to understand.
It's nothing like that. You run into all sorts of characters around here, is all. Some more polite than others.
I think there's more to the story here.
Well,
Kai?
come on, it's funny. Tej caused a ruckus last time he was slumming it at the Ballarrock. You were trying to kill a man, if I remember right. I had to put you outside.
You threw me into the canal.
You lived.
That water's filthy. I had the runs for 3 days.
Tej. The envoy doesn't need to know that.
I see worse on campaign. There's always someone in camp married to the latrine. Did you really try to kill someone, Tej?
The fellow cheated me. I couldn't let that slide. Or he'd think we were all marks.
It was over a dice game, right? Tej here has a gambling problem.
Great. Let's air all my troubles. Is there anything else?
The bartender sleeping with your girlfriend.
You're lying.
You sure about that?
We'll talk about this later.
I'm not breaking up with her for you. Just so we're clear.
That's more than enough. Thank you. Was there anything I could help you with, Envoy?
Come on, Tej, you're not going to stand up to Kai? I was hoping you might answer a few questions for me.
Naturally, sir. How can I help you?
What's Lola doing in the city? I thought she was dead. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'd like to understand Paradise better. The Emperor didn't have time to brief me on the living ends. I met with the Watcher. It was a strange experience. I'd like to know more about them. I don't want to talk to you.
Should you ever need me, I will be. Safe travels, Envoy.
Alright, we don't need to know about any of that.
Envoy, is it really you?
It is. Unsent letter. Claviger Immund. I know the blightening of the Strangleroot is the cause for your concern, but I must strongly discourage any trade deal that involves buying additional crops from Fior Mes Inverno. We cannot endorse the blasphemous trade of animancy, much less welcome it into our dinner tables. Ambassador Hilgard did not send that to him. Adirian dialects. Oh, Adirian has their own dialect? That's cool. Of Hillspeak could be seen as Adirian's cousin. Hillspeak is fading. So they got something that's kind of like it. It's a Iha, Eho. A mono word is Eora. E, such as in wrath, Ui, as could create long O sounds as a loop. Y, I'm not gonna read all that. Alright, we're done with that. Letter to the Inquisitor. Inquisitor, I've been in an Emerald Stair long enough to confirm our worst suspicions. The people of Fior Messeverno care not for the laws of mortals or gods. Animancy and folk magic are peddled in defiance of Wodaka. Their crimes are innumerable, their way of life intolerable. All is not lost. Politically, they are unstable. Too focused on themselves to notice our eager hands tightening the garrote. We await your order. Your friend in the forest. Master Hilgard's journal. Must admit, it is proving impossible to build diplomatic relations. The locals have a natural distrust of outlanders, and we have nothing they want. Inquisitor Ludwin believes that time and pressure will prevail. With that, I share with her confidence. Ludwin, under her gaze, I feel scrutinized down to the bone, picked apart like Karen, and stared through by a pair of cold, motionless eyes that have glimpsed too far beyond the veil, reducing me to some depraved pilgrim who prays only for her ossified claws to work their way under my skin. Liberating me from this pathetic envelope. Until we are bound together as a skeleton pair, limbs intertwined not as two beings but as one. There is no shame in being attracted to power. Nevertheless, I must keep such feelings to myself, lest they be met with revulsion or worse, enthusiasm. Ooh, he likes Ludwin too. Lodwin. Alright. Ambassador, what's up?
I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel?
Groaned pitifully. Fine, so who killed me?
Not even death can slow you down, I see.
Hell no.
We'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. You said you had a missive for me from the Emperor?
Okay, here you are, Ambassador.
Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation.
Great, message delivered. Let's talk about my payment. That's fucked up. His Majesty is concerned the Crown's efforts in the Living Lands could be jeopardized by the Dream Scourge.
With that, I have better news for him. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles.
You're referring to how I healed the Adra in the Sangre route?
Well, not to mention your abrupt and untimely death. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities.
I'll get to the bottom of the Dream Scourge, Ambassador, whatever it takes.
Thank you, Envoy. The island is in capable hands. Inquisitor Ludwin thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire.
I assume those are the people responsible for my death.
Your instincts do you credit. They were paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
They must have a motive. Hatred alone isn't enough. Such blatant disrespect cannot go unavenged.
Indeed. The killer sent a message, but this is our chance to send one in return. I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the Living Lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisian rebels must face justice.
Yeah, I like this. Well, the Dream Skirt is my top priority. Sounds like she's the one who's really in charge on here. I'd be the one to decide punish if any. Not like this. Where's Ludwig anyway? We have some catching up to do.
Ludwig goes where she likes, haunting the living lands like a vengeful spirit. She'll reappear when she chooses, and not a moment sooner. Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise.
Tracker Kai, we're not hunting deer. You proved to be capable so far. What can he do that you can't?
Blend in, for one thing. Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the standards of the living lands.
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say no one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. Oh, before you go, we received a report from Liviana about your condition. Apparently, you're in fine shape. Once your killer has been dealt with, you can come and go as you please. Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
Not that I need it. Let's get on with it then. My assassin could be anywhere by now. Kai, I need you by my side. Can I count on you?
Tracking down mysterious assassins with a godlike who returned from death, all while the rumored Dream Scourge spreads. Can't say I'm prepared, but I'm ready.
Cool.
We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
I can't tell you how grateful I am that you survived the attempt on your life. But let's not dwell on unpleasant matters.
Alright.
Never a dull moment when you're around. Envoy, a pleasure is all.
Alright, I think that's it for him. Anyways, we've done a couple of things. It hasn't been a lot of fighting.
You've got some god looking out for you.
So, and we tried our new reshader, I think for 2 episodes now. Do I hear something in the distance? Thought I heard something. Anyways, since I don't want to waste a lot of your time, can you hear that? I think I'm tripping. It's either underneath me. I think it's underneath me somehow. Anyways, I can't get to that right now, and probably not worth it. So, I'm gonna jump on this rock. Jump on the rock. Anyways, we're gonna come back with the other third-person camera and a new shader and see if I like that more. with my shiny gloves. And I will see you another time for some more Avowed action. Peace out.